Hello everyone, welcome to Birds.n.Birdiez. Hey, if you're a birder like me, I know you want to be a better birder. I know I do. So right now we're going to go over 5 proven ways, starting right now, you can become a better one. Let's get right into it. So number 1, and it seems kind of obvious, but you have to go birding, right? I mean, why even state that? It's so obvious. You have to go birding. But stick with me here. Hear me out. In fact, stick with me to the end of this video. And I told you there were 5. We're actually going to have a bonus 6th point. So stick with me here. You have to go birding. So many times there are every excuse in the world not to go, not to get out there. But if you want to be a birder, be a better birder, no excuses. You have to take responsibility for yourself. Get out there and look for the birds. Now we can come up with a whole host of reasons why. It's too cloudy, it's too sunny, it's raining or snowing. Right now there's snow everywhere on the ground. I had a great morning birding. I got a lifer, Harris's sparrow. There are always reasons why you shouldn't. I don't have the right binoculars, or I don't have any binoculars. I don't have all this equipment or that equipment. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, and I realized that all the reasons why you don't think you should go birding, they're probably all reasons why you should. Oh, I'd love to go birding, but look, it's going to rain here, snow here, mostly sunny. That means there's going to be clouds. All is sunny. Oh, no. No, it's too cold, probably too warm. I'll never be able to get out there birding. Nope, not with a forecast like that. Number 2, you have to study. There are numerous materials out there. You got the website, you have magazines, books, eBird, all these different things. Find the media type or types that work for you and really dig into them, but not at the expense of number 1, going birding. Now, if all you want to be is an academic, that's fine. Be an academic and learn everything you can about the bird, but learn in order to utilize that knowledge in the field. That's where really things come to life. I just want to go outside and go birding now. Please let me go birding. I mentioned some of these other various ways of studying: eBird, field guides, magazines, book. We will be covering some of these other media types like eBird and different field guide later in other videos. So go ahead and hit subscribe to this channel. You can get notified and follow with us in every video. Number 3, never dismiss the common. Never dismiss or overlook the ordinary. Have you ever heard anybody said, maybe you've said it, I hope not, oh, that's just a robin, or oh, those are just sparrows. You know, I see sparrows all the time. House sparrows are everywhere. Never dismiss the ordinary. A birding mentor of mine, he suggested making monthly lists, if not weekly lists. What this does is it focuses my mind to really pay attention to what I normally see all of the time, right? Learn about the cardinals, learn about the American robin, learn about the house sparrow. The more I know about the ordinary and be able to pick out the fine details of that, the more I'll be able to recognize the things that aren't exactly ordinary, the things that aren't quite right, that don't quite fit the description I'm used to seeing. That's when we can recognize the out of place, the vagrants. If you want to recognize the unordinary, pay attention to the ordinary. What, those birds? Those are just sparrows.
They're not just sparrows.
I mentioned very briefly the name Harris's sparrow. I really didn't even know this sparrow existed, but I was birding today with a gentleman who actually discovered this Harris's sparrow about 25 minutes away in a spot that he birds regularly. Upon first notice, you would think it might just be a house sparrow because it was at the bottom of a bird feeder eating off the ground. But if you didn't really pay attention, you would notice that there were some things that definitely set it apart from the rest of the house sparrows. So study the common, don't dismiss the ordinary, and be ready for the extraordinary to make an appearance, and you'll be able to find it out. Number 4, do a little research about the area before you go birding. Now this kind of ties back into number 2. about studying, right? But research the area you want to go. I've spent hours walking through dense woods only to find 2, 3, maybe 4 different species of bird, which was great, but hours for those common woodland species when I really, if I had spent more time researching either for a target species or for a high species count, and where should I go, even if I have to drive a half hour, an hour to get there, my time is very valuable and so is the cost of me traveling there. Why not make sure that I have a high opportunity to see what it is I'm going for, to make every second count. So do some research on where you want to go.
Dad?
Yes, honey?
What are you doing?
I'm birding.
Okay. Have fun with that.
Yeah, okay. I'll see you later. Love ya.
Love you too.
Number 5, you should look for and spend time on the edges. What do I mean by the edges? I mean the edges of habitats where an open field comes into the edge of a woods, or where an open field meets water, a lake or a reservoir or a marshland, all those edges. There's a spot that I'm going to take you right now to show you where the edges are. We have an open field on the right, on the left we have what I call a beaver pond, and then just on the other side of that pond we have a dense woods. So on these edges you can have a variety of habitats, and the birds can go in each of those habitats, but they also blend together at the edges. So focus on the edges. If you have a trail like the bike trail I'm blessed to have about half a mile to the west of me, if you have that trail that goes right alongside the woods and an open field, boy, that's gold. That is where you're going to have the highest productivity of species birding. So pay attention to the edges. So I'm on my way to show you the spot I was talking about. Right now, I am woods on the right, and on my left is a clearing. Now this is a fairly recent clearing where they're logging, but just to show you different habitats. Red-tailed hawks, a pair of red-tailed hawks were just in these sparsely thin trees that they left when they logged. So those normally would have never been there because this was all forest. Sad that it's not forest anymore, but just to show you the different species make use of different habitats. This trail goes right along the woods and the open field, which is why I was able to see that pair of red-tailed hawk. We made it. We're here at this trifecta. What does habitat plus habitat plus habitat mean? Well, you got the woods, you got the open water, and you got the open field. Those 3 habitats right on each other, that means lots of edges. Edges are where the species will hold. They aren't going to necessarily be hovering over the open water or over the open fields or in the densest part of the woods, but they will hang on the edges. So if you can stick to the edges, remember you'll have some bleed over, cross habitation maybe, but that's where you're going to find your highest species counts, most likely area to find them, okay? Well, I walked about 1.5 miles to get here to show you this, and I must really love you because it's the end of January in Northeast Ohio. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. You made it through all 5. That was easy, right? Hopefully you learned and enjoyed that. Number 6 bonus tip. I told you I was going to give a bonus. This is it. Embrace being a birder. Embrace being a birder. Never be ashamed. I see so many kids, they're interested in birds, right? But what is it about it that make people think, oh, that's silly? Or that's fun. We're talking about God's creation. There are over 10,000 bird species in the world. You think God enjoys birds? Absolutely. And He made them so beautiful, so remarkable. Why not you enjoy it too? So embrace being a birder. If you have a cool, funny t-shirt, wear it. Wear it on the outside. wear it, enjoy it. When people tease you or make funny jokes, join in the fun. Why not? Don't take your life so seriously that you can't have fun. Embrace being a birder. I have a bird ringtone on my phone, and man, I turn that up. Even if I don't want to answer the phone, if I don't want to talk to whoever's calling, I'll let that run, and I always let everybody around hear it, and they get a kick out of it. None of them are birders. But you know what? If you show that passion and that love for birding, and if you're honest about it and not trying to hide or be ashamed, you know what? That's going to catch on. They might not ever become a birder, but they're going to appreciate your honesty and your passion for it, and they're going to be just as excited as you are when you find that new species, like that Harris's sparrow I found earlier today. Okay, so right now, what I want you to do, I want you to get ready for the next video. The next video is what I think every beginning birder or anybody who's starting to think about becoming a birder wants or needs to know. So get ready, click that. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe, like this video, share with your friends, and we'll see you next time on Birds and Birdies. Take care, everyone.